Ferro rod, camping gear. What's up, guys? Dan here, Coalcracker Bushcraft. So that was a rendition of me just snoring and sleeping and dreaming about all the gear, because the other night while I was laying in bed, like, this is the crazy stuff I think about when I'm going to bed. I'm thinking about, like, should I carry a multi-tool more often? And I was thinking, well, I think a lot of the things on the multi-tool I already carry, but I'm not sure. And this all started because I was working at the warehouse and somebody said to me that I was working with, they said, hey, give me your multi-tool quick. I need to, and I looked at them like, I don't have a multi-tool on me. And they were taken back. Like, why wouldn't you have a multi-tool on you? You're surviving. And I was like, that's just not something I carry. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with carrying it. Once in a while, I do carry a multi-tool. I'm a pocket knife kind of guy. So I generally, like, if you say, what's your EDC, just around on a normal basis, I normally have a pocket knife, some type of pocket knife on me. Sometimes it's a Swiss Army. Sometimes it's just one of our Coalcracker ones. And then when it comes to the woods, my EDC is always like my belt knife and my haversack. So it got me thinking about my, like, the multi-tool use. This one here, it's the Leatherman Wave, and everything that's on it, like, do I ever miss it? Or, like, because I normally, when do I carry it? Well, it's just random. It's random times. I'm like, oh, there's my multi-tool. I might take this today. And when I'm doing a lot of trapping and, like, hunting and stuff, I have this with me in my haversack. So what I want to do today, all right, this is just a fun video because this is totally unscripted in a sense. I grab my multi-tool and I grab my haversack, and I'm going to go through the different parts of the multi-tool and see how I recreate all the tools here for this. Again, not saying that this is bad. All my instructors carry multi-tools all the time. I think I'm just a guy that, because I like a lot of traditional stuff, like each tool here I sort of have separate, if I'm thinking correctly, but I don't even know all the tools on here. So that's what we're going to figure out today. Can Dan do everything the multi-tool can do with his haversack and his knife? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. It's just going to be fun. All right, so opening up the multi-tool, of course, we have pliers. I'm going to actually take this haversack off and lay my stuff out. Just hold on one second. Okay, so I'm probably deficient in a couple things, just dumping that out, but here's what I can say. Open it up. We have pliers and cutters. I have lineman pliers here with cutters, so that takes care of, like, the main portion of that. Now from there, I'm going to close this back up because there's outside tools on this one. So we have a saw, the weird saws. I call these the weird saws because there's, like, for strapping or something. I never use that saw, but we have a saw, and on the other side, I'm going to just show it while we're here doing it. Where is it? All right, we have the actual wood saw that I am deficient in. But what I will say is that at times when I know I'm going to be using a saw, I carry my small little Silky. So this wins out for today, having a saw. What else do we have? I keep opening the same tools. This one has a knife, and of course I have my belt knife and I have a pocket knife, so I doubled up on my blades there. So we'll count that as a win for Dan. A file. Now I know it's two-sided, but I do carry a small file here. This is for chainsaw chains, but this works for a lot of different stuff. So I carry one of these with me, so that's a tie on that one. Now if you open this thing up, and I'm not going to bore everybody to death with everything, but screwdriver wise, again, this wins out. I don't have anything screwdriver specific, but I really don't do too much with screwdrivers out in the woods. As far as the next thing, can opener, I'm deficient in a can opener. I think the multi-tool is definitely winning out. Okay, next thing is scissors. I don't, this is going downhill fast. I should probably carry multi-tool more often because we got scissors, which I do use these once in a while, but I would have to cut it with my knife. Two more flat blade screwdrivers. I know I don't have those. And then one of the screwdrivers on here, because there was a lot of screwdrivers on this one, I grind it down to a point, which is an awl. So I carry an awl with me. Okay, so we got all of that going on with the multi-tool. Other than that, I'm sure there's a hidden feature I'm missing, but that's what the multi-tool got. But what do I have that doesn't have? I have fire starting equipment, of course. pins. I have needles, so that's a nice little upgrade, which I use needles a lot in the woods, so a variety of different needles, safety pins, and stuff like that I have in my little pouch here. And then eating utensils and sharpening stones. So it's a really even, I'm going to say an even draw. I don't know. I think looking at this multi-tool wise, the screwdriver stuff, I can't tell you the last time I really used a screwdriver out in the woods. Not that you shouldn't have one, but I can't come up with it. So the saw was the big takeaway. So really, everything on here I sort of have, except the screwdrivers and the saws. And the saws I supplement depending on what I'm going to be doing for the day. And if I'm going on like an overnight trip, I always throw a little saw in. So we'll check that one off. So I think we're pretty close to even on them, and that's why I don't always have this. I would say 95% of the time I don't have a multi-tool, I just have all this other gear. So now this is not, again, this is just a video I was interested in seeing what I got and how I can fulfill all the needs of one of these things, because like I said, I don't carry one of these all the time. But if you love carrying it, by all means carry one. I think they're good for day-to-day use though. I might start adding this into my EDC a little bit more, because it's definitely something that can be helpful. So alright, that was just today's video. Just this is like how my brain works, and I thought I'd share with you. Look through your gear and compare stuff once in a while. Think, hey, this is what's in my belt pouch. What if I lose this? Do I have other gear that can replace it? Backpacks versus everyday carry versus haversacks. You got to do this kind of stuff. This is what makes us progress with our gear, eliminate gear that we don't need to use, and all that good stuff. So that's it. Yeah, fun video. All right, if you like this video, hit like and subscribe down below. You can also check us out at coalcrackerbushcraft.com. And until the next video, stay in the woods.